I want to talk about something very important, and that is humility. So on the 17th, I mentioned to the church the 17th of December that in terms of these past immediate situations of abuse, we have formed an investigation that's taking place to look into these. The deacons, who I'm very grateful for, are leading that process, and they formed a smaller team of 8 deacons who very soon are going to come to the conclusion of this, working with the lawyer and the investigator to bring this out. In this process, I know some of you have seen documents that were just supposed to be a part of that process. My responses to that I've already given all of my responses to the investigative person in charge of this, and all of that will come out in time. And so this process is very, very important. And here's why it's important. We need this investigation, and beyond investigation, we need assessment. How can we do better? How can we be more effective? In other words, we could say it this way: how can we pretend to care well if we don't know ways in which we haven't cared well in the past? And so for us to heal and for trust to be restored, I have to be able, and we have to be able, to submit ourselves to the scrutiny of any way we can better and anything we've done wrong. It's very, very important. And some people have said to me, I think in a loving way, we just need to move on. And I understand the sentiment, and believe me, no one lives this as much as I do. We live with it every single day. But we can't move on if moving on doesn't mean a thorough investigation and assessment of what's happened and where we need to go. How can trust be restored in the church if we can't say fully, these are the measures we've taken to understand who we are? This step is critical. And so again, I thank you for your patience as we try to do this and try to do this well, both the investigation step and the assessment. So in verse 4 and in verse 5, there's this mention of fire. But the fire that's wanted to be leadership, direction for God, and a canopy to demonstrate his glory like we want to be among ourselves and among that city is preceded by this fire of purification. So it's God's often his way to dismantle things and then to rebuild those things. And so again, this is why this process is important. We're not talking about a cold or a flu that you get to deal with in a few days and then move on. We need to deal with it as if it's something much more serious than that.